speaking of experiences, one experience might be blown if they decide to start doing a subscription service or do it the very wrong way, and that's Hulu.
Well, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure many of you heard these rumors of Hulu going from a free service to a subscription-based model. You know, there's a lot of rumblings of that, and it's kind of worrisome about that.
I mean, it is worrisome. All right, I'm saying personally, I'm going to write a little article, a little subscript about how they can make subscription work. Because I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. It's always how you do it. Remember, if you think about subscription models, you know, GameFly, for instance. You know, forget Netflix. Netflix was easier because it was movies.
Yeah.
GameFly and video game rental. How do you do successfully where people don't steal the games, where you get money return out of it on the business side, as well as you still satisfy customers with the latest content and all that kind of stuff. And you've seen GameFly slowly expand because they kept one of the main things, they kept prices low.
Yeah,
they kept. I mean,
$21.95 a month, especially games that now come up top $60. Well, actually, I'm wrong with that. $60 is for the game. Let's not get into the rock bands and the DJ heroes and the band heroes of the world that start off at about $129.
Yeah, let's just pass all that. But I mean, they kept their prices low.
Yeah,
I think that's the first thing to start. But I think, you know, before they even go to the price model, you know, we were talking about this earlier today, is that Hulu needs to understand that they need to make a clear separation of church and state. Literally, you know, you call it state being the free service, where just the way Hulu is now, you can watch your shows. Some shows may be delayed for a day, 2, or a week, whatever. It's like, for instance, House Day for a week. Yeah. But once you get that subscription service, you need to make it spec on spot. Meaning, I watch, 24 is on today. I need to know that an hour after 24 is on, it's on right there online. Yep. So basically, when I come back from work or wherever I am, boom, I don't have to wait. It's right there. They can do that kind of service and put it smack on and get those shows in what? High definition?
Yeah. HD would be the big thing. That if they make HD part of the paid subscription model, I can see a lot of people jumping onto that. Not only that, not only like literally 30 minutes after the show maybe runs, they can show it on there. Also, if you're making people pay, ad free. Has to be ad free. Almost any type of paid service, subscription service that you do and anywhere else. Not just talking about just in sort of in the entertainment side of things. I'm talking about any other paid service that you have. That's including email. If you pay for email services, it comes out ad free.
You can, but I think this is what they'll do. I know it should be, but I think
we'll get more product placement in TV. That's fine. Product placement in the show is fine.
They probably would do what they do now for some shows, where they go, "Would you like to run this ad?" They might. You don't probably will tell you, "Would you like to run the ad?" And you may choose not to run the ad, and that's it done. Stuff like that, I can see them putting it, as long as they're giving the user the ability to say, okay, at this point, I don't want to see this shit, and that's it, done. Yeah. You know, on free TV, run your ads in between and all that kind of stuff, you know, constantly.
Another thing to add to that paid subscription model, there needs to be something unique to Hulu. There needs to be unique shows, specifically internet-based. They're on there for that reason only.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, that's the new pilot. That's where to do your new pilots for the show that you're going to bring on to the bigger screen.
Thank you.
That is where it is, because half the ideas that they're getting these from are coming from small internet stuff you see on YouTube and stuff like that. And you know what I find great, there needs to be some type of internet television spirit for that. Like especially a channel that I watch. Well, not a channel, but a website that I go to a lot of to watch a lot of podcasts is Revision 3. And they market themselves as internet television, internet shows. And they have specific shows that are designed for the internet, are made to be on there. And the shows are great, and I'm always going back to them to get those shows.
No, I think so. I think they need to, because as much as we all love YouTube, and YouTube has, YouTube shows, and people have shows like, it's still very lost in the shuffle.
But YouTube, I don't think you can put YouTube in this category of that. They're just putting that out there just to say that they have it. But YouTube's core is user generated content.
I know.
I don't think people out there in the public are gonna put YouTube and Hulu in the same.
No,
spot.
I'm not saying that, but that's what I'm trying to get there is that because of that and because it's very user generated, that gives Hulu a whole new market to say, look, this is actually either, like you said, TV pilots or proper web-based TV because this is from the networks.
And they could kill so many other video services
yeah.
that offer this already. There's a lot of video services out there that compete sort of with YouTube, and one of their bullet points, one of the star points is the fact that they are offering more of a premium and professional service for the shows.
Yeah.
If Hulu was to do something like that straight from the networks of NBC, ABC, Fox, and whoever else, everybody but CBS.
Yeah.
If they were able to do that, or if CBS jumps on that band, I'm pretty sure they would too. If those two can offer that, that would be big. That's another revenue model that they can gain in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because if people can get a professionally, service from Hulu, from TV.com. And be able to, pay, I mean, it has to be in a price model of like, 1,000, 2,000. It has to be in that model of people that are serious about that.
But the funny thing about it is that it actually helps them because if, for instance, we talked about TV pilots. If you run a web-based pilot, because then again, a pilot is basically usually do an hour.
Yeah.
But since it's a web-based series, you actually cut it down to 10, 15 minutes. You can run it for 4 episodes and basically use it as a test market to say, you know what? People are liking the show online. And we may actually now pick it up and put it on the networks properly.
And here's the best thing about that. We're giving them sort of an evil idea here. People would technically be basically paying money to run a test pilot instead of them going out there spending money on a test pilot.
Exactly.
I mean, for the producers and content providers out there, I know that's sort of not the best way to go about things. You don't want to have to pay to do that. But in the end of the day, if you got to pay $1,000 or so to get on there, to put your pilot on there, and then the network comes back to you and say they want to buy it for a full season, you end up making millions out of it. You can complain about that $1,000?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that stuff like that does well. The other thing they need to do is this, because I think Hulu needs to sit down and from this point on say, who are we?
Yeah.
Understand who you are, and from that point understand. Okay, look, YouTube understands that they are user-generated content. They are the ones who, when you make a video, you want to throw it on there.
Yep.
I mean, that's we're throwing this on YouTube literally. So that's what YouTube is. Netflix knows it's the online movie rental site, basically either streaming or just renting videos. Yeah. So once Hulu decides to say, who are we? Personally, I think Hulu is the next TiVo. They can literally kill TiVo off if they play it smart. It takes a lot of structure to do that, but because let's put it this way:
I don't know if they would kill TiVo.
Not to kill.
It would be another blow to TiVo. Like I said earlier, that I said I think the cable card and cable box is the ones that are knock off TiVo. But what I think they can do is they can be the Netflix for TV and be the new. They could kill on demand. I think that's what they could kill the other cable providers on demand.
Oh, they definitely can kill on demand, but like I said, even with TiVo, in the sense is this: